Today I'm servicing this Ice-o-matic ice machine. This is the older version of the Ice-o-matic ice machine. Still a lot of them out there. I'm going to be cleaning and sanitizing the water system. I'm going to empty out the storage bin, change the water filter, kind of point out some important things to look for when cleaning and sanitizing an ice machine like this one. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these two screws. So this front panel comes off, turn the machine off, and then I'm going to take, that's not good. I'm going to take all the ice out of the storage bin, see if I can do something about keeping this in the up position. I may just need to move this ice machine back slightly. We'll see. Once these two screws are loosened up, you just pull this panel forward and it slides up and off. I'm going to set this right here. Then the machine is off on what's called full bin. So the water curtain is being held in the out position. This little switch right here is what controls whether the machine turns on and off. So when you close it, I want to show you something real quick. The reason why I didn't turn it off right away is because of this. So this is the harvest assist rod. This harvest assist rod needs to go to the back position before I turn it off. Otherwise, I won't be able to use the purge button when I swap it over to wash. So if I swap it over to wash with this in here, it'll start to run, but this button doesn't do anything. If I have it in ice, I'll just wait until this bottom refrigerant line gets cold. That's how I'll know that the rod is in the back position. Right now it's cold. Now I can turn this off, swap it over to wash, and now my dump valve works. Or the purge valve, dump valve. Anyways, you push this button right back there. There's a solenoid that pulls a plunger and allows water to flow down the drain. That way you can flush out the cleaner after you add it into here and let it run through its cycle. So that's my next step. Before I empty out the bin, I might as well just start running the cleaner. That way 10 minutes goes by and then the ice will be all out and we can move on to the next step. While I'm at it, take off the top panel, set that aside. Actually, I believe, oh, this one doesn't have it. Sometimes on the inside of the front panel, you'll find the cleaning instructions. That one doesn't have it. We can take that one off. Take this one off. And I'm gonna get my chemicals and show you how I do that. So I'm using Manitowoc Ice Machine Cleaner and Descaler. Yes, this is an Ice-o-matic, but it is nickel safe, and that's all that really matters. I have 4 ounces inside this measuring cup. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pour it directly down into the water trough, and we're just gonna let that circulate for 10 to 15 minutes. During that time, I'm gonna empty out all the ice and get rid of it. I use this trash can on wheels. It just makes my life easier. And then I'm just going to scoop, scoop, scoop. Once this is probably up to here, roll it outside, dump it, come back in, scoop some more. That way I can clean and sanitize the storage bin. First bucket full, got about 1.5 left to go. Roll this outside. Second bucket, filled it a little bit more than the last. And then you can see all the crap at the bottom of the storage bin. That's the reason why we empty out the storage bin to clean and sanitize it, because these bins have a tendency to accumulate stuff at the bottom, and then that white hole back there, which is the drain hole, ends up getting clogged up with slime, and then the storage bin fills up with water, and then it'll start leaking out the front. So I recommend doing this at least once a year, if not every time you service the ice machine, which most manufacturers recommend every 6 months. So the machine is still in clean, wash mode, just letting the cleaner circulate. Probably long enough already. It's been about 15 minutes. Before I do that, I'm going to change this water filter. It was supposed to be changed on that date, 27 August 2025, but it's a little bit overdue by a couple months. And here's my brand new water filter. These are supposed to be changed out once every 6 months or as often as needed. And if you can see, if I drain out all this water and you see the flow of water through the water inlet, it's pretty slow. After I change the water filter, you'll be able to see the difference that it makes. And then slow water fill affects what the ice looks like and whether or not the machine malfunctions. So let me get this swapped out real quick. The only thing you really need to know is your water shutoff valve, relieve the pressure. Otherwise, this thing's almost impossible to get off. With this down, that relieves the pressure. You could also use this, which this is a landscaping company, so they use this to fill up their water coolers. We just twist this and it comes off, and it's still kind of leaking a little bit. We need to unpackage this and then put it in place. The new one just goes up and in, turn it the opposite way, and then just like that. And then eventually the water starts flowing, and way different water flow, nice and fast. That's what you're wanting to see, where before it was just a trickle, and that's just because the water filter needed to be changed. Always date the water filter. So this one is 5 months out, and then some water filters have a requirement for being flushed. This particular one says you should flush it full force of the water for 5 minutes. There's charcoal that's at the bottom of it, that as the water flows, the charcoal gets mixed up and coats the actual filter. And then that helps the filter actually work and do what it's supposed to do. And then I use the water already to kind of rinse out the extra ice. And I'm going to turn off the water here in a second, drain out this water, and show you how to disassemble this ice machine for a little bit more of an in-depth cleaning. Water's turned off, machine is drained, machine is turned off. This is the power for the ice machine. Gonna unplug it. That way I don't get shocked. Water curtain comes off. This hinge comes up and out, and this one slides out that way. So just lift it up and it comes out just like that. Just set this off to the side. Let's see. These are able to go with fingers. If for some reason it's the short one, just use a 3/8 nut driver. Then the water distribution tube will come off. A bunch of screws. So this panel comes off. Screws, and the water trough comes out. These nuts right here and this plug will allow the water pump to come out. You will have to take out this, hold this one still, and then loosen this guy up, and this water line will come off. And then you can remove that clamp and take out the water distribution tube. I'm gonna show you what that all looks like in just 1 second. Here's what we look like all taken apart. Just makes it a lot easier to clean throughout the entire machine and rinse it all off. This also gives you access to the electrical compartment. And I noticed something in here. That white box, kind of hard to see because all the wires are in the way, but the black wires on the bottom right-hand side are all burnt and melted. And you can kind of see a spot where there's like smoke or a burn mark kind of going up, that essentially just means that that white box, which is a switching relay, it controls whether or not or which one of the two capacitors are in the circuit at startup. It's not doing its job correctly, leaving one of the capacitors in the circuit longer than it should, causing it to overheat and melt. So I'm going to need to remove that and do some rewiring and put a new box in there. Otherwise, the machine's going to fail. And just like that, we are repaired and put back together. This is a used part. I will be removing both of these and testing them real quick, see if they're good. And possibly, this is an older machine, depending on what the price of all these components are, possibly replacing all of the starting components. The starting components consist of the black one being the start capacitor, silver one being the run capacitor, and this one just being the switching relay. Yeah, so let's move forward with the cleaning. I'm gonna spray some descaler on here, get inside this area back here, clean out some of this nasty stuff that tended to grow, and use that pump sprayer with some water, some hot water, and just rinse everything down, scrub and sanitize the storage bin, get all this crap washed down the drain, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. Went through, cleaned everything, rinsed everything down with hot water using that guy. In this bottle, I just have some Ice Machine sanitizer, also using the Manitowoc brand. The only reason why I'm using this brand is because it's easier for me to carry around one type than several different types. This got maybe 2 to 3 ounces of sanitizer and then just some water. I'm gonna go through the entire machine, sanitize it to where every surface is covered, and then let it dry in place. Then I'm gonna start cleaning these parts one at a time and put it back together, sanitizing these after I'm done cleaning them, and then I will show you what it looks like when I'm all done. Didn't mention it before, but this is the dump valve and it should be checked. Quarter turn, that comes off. Pull this plunger out, just make sure there's nothing down inside that hole. There's no damage to the plunger. There's no calcium buildup on it. Usually, if the machine's working right and not covered in calcium limescale, this thing's usually pretty good. Excuse me, that sanitizer can lead to some coughing. And then if this thing is loose like that, there's a nut right here. You can tighten it up with your fingers and then hit it with a wrench. It's a 3/8 nut. Just need to wrench that down a little bit. This hose should also be checked. But like I said, if your machine's working as it should, and when you energize the dump valve, if water flows down the drain, usually means it's good. Wouldn't hurt to take it off, take a peek down in there. It's the outside of the machine. Shouldn't really have to worry about anything. I used to try to take this one off. For whatever reason, these two pieces get like stuck together really good. And then taking it off leads to either breaking this or ruining this. But just take off this end, run a brush down. No reason to take that out completely. All put back together, all sanitized. Plug the machine back in. What's going on? Okay, water's still off. Let me close this and open this guy. So in wash, water's gonna start circulating. I'll let that run for 5-10 minutes, and then I'll be using the purge valve to flush out the sanitizer before I swap it back over into ice mode. I've gone ahead and flushed this a bunch of times just to clear out all the sanitizer. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap it over to ice mode. The machine will now make ice. Should take about 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna throw all these panels on and let you know when the machine decides to drop ice. So we just cycled into harvest. Seemed like kind of a short freeze, only 8 minutes, but it could just be because it's super cold outside. We'll just have to wait and see if there's actually enough ice formed for the sheet to fall. Sometimes if there's not enough ice to fall, that rod that I showed you at the beginning will punch through the sheet of ice and then go back to the back position, or excuse me, go back to the back position, and then the ice won't fall and it'll just end up making a second batch of ice. So see if this one falls or not. There we go, ice, just like that. It decided to fall. I was also able to get that door to stay open simply by moving the ice machine head back slightly on the bin, and that's that. That's the complete process for cleaning and sanitizing an older style Ice-o-matic ice machine. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact me directly at icemachine411@gmail.com. You could also check me out on Patreon. If you want to hop on a call with me, I'd be glad to connect with you, see if we can work together. Until next time, Ice Machine 411, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. See you next time.